Good morning, everyone. We had 4th of July yesterday, so hope you guys all had a wonderful holiday. Since yesterday was 4th of July, we were on our skeleton crew. Staff were still here overnight caring for the animals, but we did not do a vet day yesterday. So today, we are doing wellness exams on 2 cats. Any guesses? And Judson might have already let you know. Any guesses on who this is? So this is 16-year-old Brianna. She's a bobcat. She had a lot of urine in her crate when they sedated her, so they're taking the opportunity to kind of wipe that off and clean her up, not only for their sake, but for her sake, because we don't want her to have a lot of urine on her, anything that's skin, like her pads or anything like that. And so Brianna is 16 years old. She's going to have a wellness exam today, and she arrived when we did a rescue on a fur farm in Minnesota, and she was living in about a 3x4 suspended wire cage off the ground. All she had was like a cut up part of a barrel for shelter. There was no enrichment, no soft substrate, no grass. It was just her and several others in these individually wired crates. It was wired suspended cages, kind of like you see on mink farms, and it was just really disturbing and sad. And she's been a Spitfire ever since we've had her. She prefers cats of her own kind over people. And so most recently, we introduced her to Ramsey, a 19-year-old Canada Lynx, and they have done a full merger. And so they are going to be moving out of quarantine back into a larger habitat in small cat track with an indoor room. And since they both have to move, they would crate for us, but we wanted to use this as an opportunity to do a final senior wellness exam, especially since Brianna has had dental issues in the past. We wanted to check to make sure she doesn't have any more dental issues. You can see she's a little rigid, might be a little light, but we always want to be safe. Dr. Campbell's gonna look at her, probably intubate her, it looks like, and then decide if any dental work is needed. Some of her chewing issues could be because she's missing so many teeth already due to dental issues that she's gumming her food and that things are getting stuck, but nothing major going on. But this is a great opportunity to check. Also, because they're senior cats, we'll be running blood work and see the kidney function, other organ function, and also check on a wellness exam for any arthritis issues. The only good thing about Brianna being rescued years ago from that fur farm is that she still has all of her claws. Next on the docket will be Canada Lynx Ramsey today, and he is a 4-paw declaw by his owner. So I first want to say, hope you guys all had a safe and wonderful 4th of July. Our staff was here on site. We had volunteer crew days on site, so it was still a busy time for us. And it's going to be a busy week here with 2 vet procedures today. We've got some more over the week and even some scheduled for the weekend. And we'll be able to share more as that information comes. And so bobcats are known for their bobbed tails. Also, Elise, I can see, is already going to be very interested in grooming this little girl because she's shedding. And Brianna, how much did she weigh?
20 pounds, 12 ounces.
So she weighed 20 pounds, 12 ounces, which is a normal good size for her. She's got a good body condition, especially for her age. So if you're just joining us, we are doing a wellness exam on Bobcat Brianna. Her sponsor parents will also get some photos today and an update of how she's doing. They're going to recover in their crates since Ramsey and her will both be moving to small cat track, and they'll have a larger outdoor space as well as their indoor room. And we're just so happy these two merged. Now, Elise got some photos of them laying together close by each other, but not touching. So Brianna really is wanting a cuddle session with Ramsey, and Ramsey's allowing her in his space, but still a pretty independent guy. Also want to thank you guys all for helping with the Cats in Crisis campaign. You guys have done an awesome job. So we do a summer appeal every year, and last year it was the Food and Wellness Center, and you guys stepped up for that, so thank you. This year it was Cats in Crisis and us buying rescue equipment, specialized trailers, transport crates, fencing, not only for our rescues, but also to deploy and help other sanctuaries in need or other facilities in need. We are a little short of what our goal was, and so we are continuing that campaign through July 15th. So if people have means or can share posts, that will be a huge help. Right now, we're able to get the trailer, we're able to get the storage crate. We've got some important equipment we purchased, but we're still going to be shy on getting a new van. And as you guys know, we had some really trouble with our van, and our van for meat and rescues can no longer go the distance. It can only do local trips. So we are still looking for funds to help us really purchase that van that we need, and vans these days are outrageously expensive and hard to come by, so we understand it might take us a few fundraisers to be able to accomplish that goal. So we thank you all for watching and for helping. So I told everybody earlier that I wish it was smell-o-vision, because I think if people could smell what she smells like after urinating in her crate, they would be another deterrent to have people purchase these animals as pets, because it is stinky here. And bobcats love to mark. I always say it's the one area of the sanctuary, if you go into the building, it is pretty potent. If you walk through the tall grass after a rain, you can completely smell all of the urine and marking that they do. So over the holiday weekend, as everybody was working here at the sanctuary, I received an email on an orphaned bobcat wild kitten that was about 1.5 pounds. The mother had been hit on the road, and during the 4th of July, trying to find a rehab center near this bobcat kitten was challenging. It took several calls. We had volunteers lined up to drive 2 hours each way to get the bobcat kitten to a rehabber, and we are so grateful for the person that called in on the bobcat kitten, for the volunteers, for all the rehab centers in Minnesota we reached out to, and they gave us further contacts of where this bobcat could be rehabbed, along with other bobcat kittens. So it went to a Wild Instincts in Wisconsin, and hopefully we'll have a happy outcome and be able to be rehabbed and released into the wild. So Dr. Campbell's looking at her teeth and everything right now. We'll see what's left of them. That's what we talked about. Brianna's had a lot of dental issues and not a lot of teeth. And so sometimes when she's doing mouth manipulations, we hope it's just because she's gumming it a lot and not because she has more dental issues. And that's what we're checking today. And so Brianna is 16 years old. Look at those little paw pads, a little wet, but.
She's nice and stable, all that was fantastic.
Dr. Campbell said she's nice and stable, everything looks fantastic. How are her teeth looking?
Teeth look good.
Teeth look good. So what percentage of teeth have been removed from her mouth?
She has 4 canines left and 1 molar.
So 4 canines left and 1 molar is all she has. She's on a boneless diet, minced. So she's got 5 teeth in her mouth, and those canines really do nothing in captivity since she's not having to bite into anything. So if she has any more trouble, and she hasn't had trouble eating as much as she's doing a lot of mouth manipulation, and that's, again, because she's doesn't have teeth and she's gumming what she eats before she swallows it. But she's a healthy weight. She's getting great nutrition. And Elise is going to take the opportunity to get rectal temperature. And then because these two are together, I picked out some paint. In our next auction, we'll get both of their paw prints on this piece of wood so that we can help raise money for geriatric care. Any of you know that have geriatric cats at home know the expense, know all the extra work that goes into making them comfortable, to monitoring their fluid intake, watching what they eat. They get pickier as they get older and what they want to eat. You know, things can change on a dime, so we're very, very thankful for all the geriatric care you help provide, including pain management, laser therapy, kidney support. These wellness exams are extremely important, and we hope it's their last exam unless something intervention is needed. But this was a good time also with the extreme heat we had, that if being older cats, if they needed subcutaneous fluids or other things like that for support, that it was something that we could provide. So you can always donate at the button below or at our website. You know, wellness exams cost us a lot of money for preventative care, and so if you guys can help us in any way pay for the medication that we use for pre-anesthetic, that's gabapentin and trazodone, for the injection we give, which is controlled substance, to sedate them, the lab work we have to do, and yes, we have the machines in-house, but to run each of these is about $35 in-house, and then if we run the thyroid, it's more. When we send out for more blood work, that's about $150 when we send out. Plus, we have supplies for the isoflurane machine, the fluids we give, and then anything she's going to need. We have the reversal drugs, but if she were to need pain management, if she would need an antibiotic or anything like that, even though these guys are small, it sure can add up. And of course, we have our wonderful staff and vet time that goes into this. So no, all the medications we have need to be ordered through our veterinarian, so general donations are needed. We cannot list those type of controlled medications on any wish list or anything like that. So general donations definitely are the best way to help when it comes to vet care for the animals here at the sanctuary. So right now they're pulling blood to run those tests. And also part of our Cats in Crisis campaign, you guys helped us buy this new iStat machine. And we have thanks to 2 wonderful donors who helped us purchase that, because this is a machine that we can take in the field versus having to be up here, and it will kind of give us a quick read. So when we go down and do tigers in their rooms or other cats in their room, we don't have to run back to the hospital necessarily to make sure their kidneys are good, their liver is good. Well, I don't think today there will be any sanctuary stroll, just to let you know, because we'll be doing 2 procedures, Brianna here and Ramsey, the Canada Lynx. And then these guys are going to be woken up in small cat track. The staff are bringing smaller kennels so that we want to make sure they're both really awake, since they will be in a new space. And they've recently been introduced. We want to make sure for safety of both of them, there isn't any overreaction or somebody's not unstable on their feet. But both doing really well. So we have an empty mouth, beautiful canines with nothing else. That's kind of a rarity. Usually the canines, especially on big cats, not necessarily bobcats, are the first to be broken and go away. Well, we're going to sign off for Brianna, and we will welcome back when it's Ramsey's time for his wellness exam. And we will definitely send updates to sponsors so that they can see how they're doing. I think Elise is going right for that brush so that she can get some of that fur that's coming off. So bobcats and lynx are, just like foxes, are very funny in terms of all the wildlife artwork and photos you see of them are in their winter coats, because come summer, fox, Canada lynx just look scrappy. They lose weight, they lose a lot of their fur, and they don't look that beautiful, huge coat. So Elise is using the time to see a little bump on her, to check it out to see if it's anything worrisome. It's not bothering her at all, but it's, again, a great opportunity for everybody to check the animal from head to toe. Alrighty, we'll sign off and we'll see you guys all soon.